I knew the disaster was coming the moment Jared, our new chief marketing officer, looked at my quarterly strategy deck, smirked, and said, "This is just PowerPoint fluff. Not incorrect. Not needing improvement. Just fluff." He said it in front of my entire analytics team, the same people who had worked late nights, canceled vacations, and spent 6 weeks building a detailed strategy for our biggest client. Tech, Jared walked around like confidence was a substitute for knowledge. His expensive suit, perfect smile, and endless business buzzwords made him believe he could walk into any room and take control. "Don't worry," he said, patting my shoulder. "I'll lead the Tech presentation." It needs a stronger vision. He had no idea that Tech wasn't just another account. It was a $30 million partnership I had built over more than a decade. I had traveled across the country for them, solved emergencies in the middle of the night, and earned their trust. But Jared never asked about any of that. He removed me as the presenter and gave me a new role. Support visuals only. In simple terms, I was there to click the slides and stay quiet. It hurt, but I didn't argue. Sometimes the smartest thing to do is let someone walk confidently toward the mistake they created later. I heard Jared joking near the coffee machine. "The old guard needs to move aside," he laughed. "That's how real innovation happens." I didn't respond. Instead, I opened an old notebook I kept in my desk. The cover read, Miranda Chen. Miranda was the Chief Technology Officer at Tech. She was also my former mentor years earlier. She had taught me the most important lesson of my career. Being smart isn't enough. You have to explain complex ideas in a way people understand. She hated empty promises and meaningless corporate language. So that evening, I sent her a simple message, just a heads up. I wasn't allowed to review the final deck. "Expect a lot of fluff." Her reply came minutes later. Noted. That was all she wrote. But I knew exactly what it meant. The next morning, Jared entered the Tech boardroom full of confidence. He shook everyone's hands and started his presentation. The first slide was filled with words like transform. Accelerate. Innovate. No numbers. No evidence. No real strategy. He spoke for nearly an hour about future, synergy, disruptive growth, and next generation solutions. Miranda listened quietly. Then, she finally asked one question. "What data supports these projections?" Jared smiled. "We created an estimated model based on industry trends and market sentiment." The room became silent. I saw the small expression on Miranda's face, the same expression she always made when someone had just made a very serious mistake. She let him continue. He continued digging himself deeper. Halfway through the presentation, my laptop received a private message from Miranda. "He has no idea what he's talking about. We are ending the contract. Are you available for lunch tomorrow?" I stayed professional and clicked the next slide. Jared never noticed. After the meeting, he walked around celebrating. "We nailed it," he told everyone. Tech loved our vision. I simply smiled. The next day, I met Miranda for lunch. She didn't waste time. "You are wasted at your company," she said. She explained that Tech was rebuilding its entire strategy department. Then, she placed a contract on the table. It had my name on it. The offer included an executive position and 3 times my current salary. "I already know your answer," she said. "And if I'm wrong, then I'll question your judgment." For the first time in weeks, I laughed. Then she added something unexpected. "Bring your team." She had seen their work. She knew their talent. A week later, I resigned. No dramatic farewell. No emotional speech. Just a professional email. Soon after, 2 of my best analysts followed me to Tech. Meanwhile, Jared was still celebrating his success. Then came the emergency meeting. Tech had officially canceled the $30 million contract. The CEO demanded an explanation. Jared insisted there had been a misunderstanding. Then they opened my original strategy report, the one he had called Fluff. Every recommendation, every warning, And every risk analysis was there, even his comments removing important sections. Too complicated, needs more impact, make it simpler. The CEO looked at him, so you ignored the expert. Removed her from the presentation. Replaced real analysis with buzzwords. And lost our biggest client. Jared had no answer. Within weeks, he was gone. No farewell email. No celebration. His name disappeared from the company directory like he had never worked there. Later, his presentation leaked online and became a joke among business professionals because of its endless corporate jargon. Meanwhile, I was sitting in a new conference room at Cryantech. My old team was beside me. We were building the exact strategy Jared had rejected. At the end of one meeting, Miranda raised her coffee cup and smiled. Best fluff I've ever invested in. I smiled back. We didn't need to say anything else. The lesson was simple. Confidence can open a door, but only knowledge keeps you inside. Jared wanted attention. We wanted results. In the end, results always speak louder.